Hello there, I'm Kyle. I'm pretty active on the Bitcoin Cash forums. I go by Trader Fun on there. So, of course, I've been hearing a lot about the tall claims of 500% APRs on SmartBCH for the last couple months, and I'm never one to turn up my nose at free money, so I decided to try it out. This video is just going to be me sharing my experience with it and trying to walk new users through what it's like to get set up. Dino Pawns has a great video out there, but even with his great video, I got a little hung up there at first, so I'm just going to try to fill in the gaps. Okay, so first things first, I'm just going to show you what I'm doing right this minute to try to get your attention, and it does seem to be working. So I've got all my money put into these 4 different farms, I guess they call them, and the best one's doing 300+%, the worst one's doubling its money every year. So the one that I've got the most money in right now is this Flex USD and DAO trading pair. And I put about $10,000 into it. And for that, I calculated I get about $50 a day if I convert it right away. So that's a good rule of thumb. For every $10,000 you put into SmartBCH, you're going to get up to $50 a day. All right, so now on to how to actually do this. The first thing you have to do is set up your MetaMask wallet. This isn't a big deal. All you have to do is have MetaMask, and then you are going to change the network that you're on from the Ethereum main network to the SmartBCH network. I'll give a link in the post about how to do this, but I won't walk through that because it's pretty simple. Then, once you have got your MetaMask set up, you can use your same address, which I really like. Then you come over to this prompt.cash website or something similar, and you convert your Bitcoin Cash, your real Bitcoin Cash, into smart Bitcoin Cash. And what we're essentially doing here is we're sending our real Bitcoin Cash from our wallet, whatever wallet, to a company called CoinFlex. They are going to hold and lock the BCH, the real BCH, for us, and then they're going to release the same number of smart BCH on this Ethereum chain. So a lot of people say that they don't want to trust this company, but I feel like even if they did go away, they're not going to be able to run away with the tokens that are on the network. The worst they could do is basically stop developing the software for it or the connections. But anybody else could bring it up, could start doing it then. Anybody could start converting. And so I don't see why a decentralized exchange for these BCH to smart BCH is necessary. But some people say it is. So you're going to give them your BCH address, your smart BCH address from here, copy it here, paste it here, then send it, and then you can check it on the Smart Scan, I guess, Explorer. So you can see I have a couple tokens here already. I've sent some BCH to it and converted it, and it takes just as long as a Bitcoin transaction takes. I think they want one confirmation. Okay, so now that you've got your BCH, Smart BCH, on the Smart BCH chain, you can see I've got some BCH here on my MetaMask Smart BCH. We need to choose a exchange. So I tried a couple of these. They're all basically the same. I think equally dangerous. I don't trust any of them, to be honest, but I think as long as it's a decentralized version like this, they're not able to run away with anything, so we don't need to trust them. So I picked MintSwap because they seem to have the easiest interface. Okay, so once you've just decided on a exchange to use, we come over here, we connect our MetaMask wallet to the exchange, and then what I like to do is go to all farms. And what I like to sort by is either the APR, of course that's why we're doing this, to make as much money as we can, but also very important to see how much is being traded, that daily trading value, I think that is. I don't know what that TVL means, but obviously you're going to get some outrageous APR rates down with these very low volume coins for good reason, because nobody's trading them. Nobody wants to take the risk of buying them to provide the liquidity. So I like to do some kind of combination, to spread my risk. I think some kind of combination of a larger trading volume coin with the highest APR you can get. And that's what I've settled on myself. So here, again, what I showed earlier is the 4 trading pairs that I've decided to provide liquidity for. So, first thing we do, once we get onto the app, the swap app, is we look at all the farms and we choose where we want to put our liquidity. So again, like I'm saying, it's up to yourself. I don't think it's a great idea to go straight for the highest APR. I think this is a dodge coin. I would never invest in something like that. So I would refuse to do that. This BCH DAO one just showed up. I wouldn't trust that. Really, the top 10 of these, I couldn't find any information on, or very little, so I wouldn't use them. But let's say you want to. First thing you have to do is you have to get these liquidity tokens. So the way we do that is first we have to swap. So say you have your BCH. It's going to show up as BCH, and you're going to swap it for whatever token pair you want to have liquidity for. So let's say you want to have WBCH and BCH DAO liquidity. You think that's good because they are offering a high APR. You're going to have to first buy some WBCH, and then you're going to have to buy some, so then just do that swap. Then you're going to have to buy some of the other one, whatever it was that we said, but whatever. And then buy your other token. And the key is you want to have equal dollar amounts of both token. I know that's confusing, but important. You have to have equal value amounts of both tokens that you want to provide liquidity for. That took me a while to understand. So then once you've got equal dollar values of both tokens, then you go over to liquidity, and there will be a max button here. You click max, and then it says confirm adding liquidity. You click the confirm adding liquidity button. And what it will do is it will essentially take your 2 coins and it will swap them, it will lock them, and give you what they call a Liquidity Provider token, an LP token. And the LP token is then able to be converted back into these 2 coins at a later date when you ask. Okay, so that's the long and short of it. Every trading pair has a Liquidity Provider token associated with it. So then you buy those Liquidity Provider tokens with the liquidity button, essentially. Then you go back over to farm, and you click your farm. Then you'll be able to have some wallet balance here. Again, this wallet balance, they mean LP tokens that we just bought by basically locking away our real tokens. Click max, click approve, and then that's it. Then you're farming that token. And again, I'll show you what mine look like here. So this is what it looks like when you're farming. It's incurring mist constantly. And so that's the next part. Yeah. So then the mist. What is mist? Mist is a staking token. Now, they really screw up here when they say stake here, because these are completely different things. This button here, stake, should really be farm, because staking is very separate from farming. What staking is, and I'm only talking about this because they're paying us a mist token, and they also let you stake mist token. So mist is a stake token that they pay you to hold. I think they pay you 2 to 3% or something just to hold the mist token. And the mist token is just another one of these SmartBCH tokens that the Mist decentralized exchange created to try to incentivize people to add liquidity to their site instead of somebody else's site. So essentially, they're paying you in a newly minted token for you to let them hold your money for you. And that's it. So in about a week, I've made it maybe a couple hundred, $300-400 staking, and I have lost several $1,000s holding these stupid rip-off pointless tokens like Axie BCH, DAO, BCH DAO, all of these. So I want to talk about that. Lastly is, I don't know if I'd call it a scam, but I lost a lot of money. Like this DAO token. So that was one of my biggest one. That was my big mistake, is I put a lot of money into it. And while I was holding it, it lost 42%, double what BCH lost. So had I just been holding BCH like I was, I would have lost a lot less money. Now, I think all of these, I don't want to say scams, but they're not legitimate projects. None of these have anything to offer as far as I could find. Milk token, I think, is number 10, top 10, one of these coins. And it says here, this is their explanation for what milk is. Just like real milk, milk has many benefits. That's it. That's their explanation for what it does, is that it has many benefits. So I tried to look more into their website, but it's not a legitimate. None of these are legitimate. So I want BCH to do well. I would love for this to take off. But amazingly, we've got dozens and dozens of completely fake nonsense tokens here that are paying you in their newly created token to hold the, I don't want to call them fraudulent or fake, but just not nonsense tokens. So they've created one token to pay you to hold other tokens, all of which are essentially worthless in every way. So that's my conclusion. Any questions, ask in the comments. Thanks. Bye.